Hey everyone, it's Coach Matt, EliteThrowsCoaching.com, doing a video analysis here that was sent to me through Huddle Technique, which used to be called UberSense. And I actually used to use UberSense many years ago, but I found that some of the there were some things that worked a little bit better for me editing software-wise. But with this, you can actually go 1/8 speed, so almost a frame by frame. So we're able to take a look here, excuse me, at this female discus thrower. And I wanted to take a look at this one because I think there are some things in here that are very typical with a lot of girls discus throwers that I have worked with in the past that we haven't seen in a lot of these video analysis sessions just yet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look, and I want you to see how she's lined up in the back. So in the back of the circle, she's lined up pretty well. Now, I want you to take a look. It's kind of hard to see, but I want you to take a look at the feet. Now, right at this point, her feet are lined up exactly where they should be. If this is 12 o'clock, you've got 1 foot over here at 1 o'clock and 1 foot over here at 11 o'clock. This is going to get really annoying. But you can see here as she starts to wind up, she starts to really move her feet around. So she comes up right on the ball of, not on the ball of her foot, right on the tip of her foot. And it's like a ballerina almost. Now look how this left foot is pointed over here. This right foot is up on the toe. Now all of the alignment in the back of the circle is gone. Now she's pointing herself to a left sector file instead of pointing herself right down the middle. So as we go through this, we're going to take a look here. This is 1/8 speed, so you can see she kind of holds this position for a long time. So really she's setting herself up, I think, to go this way. You can see as she starts to wind up, she gets low, stands up a little bit, starts to push over that left side. She does a pretty good job pushing over that left side, but you can see here the alignment. Where's she going to go? She's going to go toward a left sector file. We go through. Okay, so right here, again, it's hard to see with this gigantic play button, but you can see she doesn't do a good job getting around her left side. She needs to do a little bit better of a job shifting over her left. Let's take another look. So shifting over her left. You can see if you were to draw a line straight up in the air to her left foot. So if you drew a line straight up to her left foot, see how her weight, what the heck? You can see how her weight is, whoa, 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 what happened here? Her weight is still in between her feet. Do you see that? See how her sternum is still in between her feet? She kind of falls into the circle, and she really does a big drive into the left side of that circle. So you've got two big things going on here, which are very common for newer throwers and very common in flexible female throwers is what I've found. The first thing that's the issue is that when she's in the back of the circle, she has happy feet. And she starts to line her body up, kind of going down this left sector or outside of the left sector. Okay, the second thing is that because she's not shifting her weight onto her left foot and she's not getting around her left side, she sort of falls into the circle. Let's take a look again. Watch how she leans that left shoulder and kind of falls. See how she's got this crisscross position? This is how you can tell she hasn't gotten around that left side. Her sternum, her head, her spine, everything is located right in between her feet. So she needs to shift over onto this left a little bit more, get her balance, get more of her weight onto her left foot, and get around that left side. And watch how it causes her to fall. See how now she's going to kind of fall into the circle? Not a lot of control going in the circle, and it is a big spin. So instead of a drive down the middle, her weight kind of pulling her toward the left side is causing her to spin around. And then when we get to the front of the circle, we're going to see not a really good heel-toe position. Okay, so at this point we're lined up she's sort of corrected herself. We're not in a good power position, and we're lined up not with a good heel-toe position. So this is probably going to go right sector, or she'll probably hook shot it and go left sector. So one of two things are going to happen. It is, yep, she kind of hook shots it. See how she jumps around herself at the end? You can really see it here. She lands in the front of the circle. So she over-rotates, and watch how she has to jump to get her hips around. Jump and kind of hook shot that right arm. It's because the feet aren't in good alignment. Now, it's a good-looking throw. It goes right down the middle, which I did not think was going to happen. But you can see how she has to jump out of the way to get it to happen. Watch how the feet alignment aren't there, so you've got to jump and twist your body around at the end to get that thing down the middle. So she's really compensating. You can see how she's really compensating by jumping and twisting in midair. So we don't ever want to see that jump and throw. If she were to keep her feet on the ground, you can see by where her feet are pointing over here at this pole. It may be tough to see with the giant play button, but her feet are pointing over this way toward the pole. And because her feet are pointed over here, if she didn't leave the ground, that's exactly where the discus would go. You can see her sternum, her shoulders, her face, her belly button. Everything is pointing down this right sector, or to be a right sector fall, or put it into the cage. But she compensates by jumping and throwing. So she leaves the ground, and she does this hook shot kind of thing and twists her body. So we got a lot of stuff to work on here. The one thing I will say is that it looks like she has a pretty good understanding of what to do in the circle, which is great. That's what we want to see. It's a very good understanding of what to do in the circle, and that's really what we want to see. She understands how the throw goes, she understands the movement, and that's all really, really good. So I would start the correction in the back of the circle. The first thing I would do in the back of the circle is I would get, here comes my fat dog, I would get, hey Fatty, I would get her to keep those feet straight. So get her to keep those feet straight in the back of the circle. And then the second thing I would do is really work on setting up her throw. What I mean by that is work on getting the classic Mac Wilkins low, left, and long. So she does a pretty good job getting low in the back. She does a good job of keeping that right foot nice and long. We'll see it here. Where is it? Come on. So there it is. See if she gets low, which is great, but she doesn't get left. So I want to see her, at this point, I want to see her belly button, sternum, and chin shift onto that left side. So shift her weight. Don't keep that in between the feet. Shift that weight. See, she does a good job of getting that right leg nice and long, but see how the weight isn't shifted. So she's got the low part, she's got the long part, but she doesn't have the left. So work on getting more weight onto her left foot. Shift her weight over onto the left. Work on getting around that left side. That way she's going to be more balanced in the back of the circle. She's going to have a better drive and a better understanding of where she's driving to. And she's going to do a much better job of landing in a good heel-toe power position with her weight back and be able to actually use the ground and you work the circle, push and extend those legs instead of doing that jumping hook shot type deal. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. Hopefully the distraction of the giant play button and my big fat bulldog walking around with his nails on the hardwood floors did not mess anybody up here or distract you from the learning process. But hey guys, as always, we want to make sure you check out EliteThrowsCoaching.com. Elite Throws Coaching is where you guys can sign up for the online team. It's where you can find ebooks and downloadable how to throw videos. It's a great way and a great resource for athletes and for coaches. So make sure to check that out if you have not already. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep doing these free video analysis sessions. And then once the school year hits, we've got some big announcements coming, updated website, updated products. We're really going full scale with Elite Throws coaching starting in September. So we want to make sure you guys are on the front lines and learning more about that. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys real soon.